This is FriendQuest.
Hello.
There it is.
You tell him.
Excuse me. Oh, I gotta stop eating like a pig.
No, you should never do that.
It's so hard. Food is so tasty.
I know. That's why you should never stop eating like a pig.
I just feel bad every time. Like I have to start treating like eating like a pig like I did smoking cigarettes. I just gotta fucking stop it. It was very shaky.
You know, this is shit we do.
All right, we are in the Swamp Palace, or whatever the heck you want to call it. It's the Swamp Dungeon. Or Dungeon 6. Whoop, as the pros call it.
Give me that heart. Give me your heart.
Steal the heart.
Tangalas.
the whiz robes.
Whoa. Is that what they're called? Whiz robes?
Yeah, whiz robes.
It's like they're not even trying.
They've always been called whiz robes.
It's like they weren't even trying.
Well, you know, when you're making the first Zelda, you don't have to, like... Pardon me. Like, they already made Zelda. What more do you want?
You know, they could have done, like...
What? Okay, you come up with something. What would you call them?
Wizards, sorcerers, casters, whiz robes.
Well, you would just call them a wizard. Straight up wizard. That's not trying. Whiz robe,
Okay.
because they wear robes. They're wizards who wear robes. They're whiz robes.
So Link is sword tunic.
Sword tunic.
Whoops.
Tunic man.
Oh, I remember what I have to do here.
Blade boy.
Whoops. Oh, that's not it.
I know what I must do.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
Sorry.
God damn it. Oh my god.
You gotta buy Medusa. Badusa. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh,
Whoa.
good
Found
job.
the biggin. Son of a bitch.
Well, pretty fun. Were you? I'm sure we've talked. Were you into Harry Potter much?
Yeah, I did. How much Harry Potter did I do?
I snorted so much Harry Potter.
I got halfway through the 5th book,
Okay.
and then I was like on a family vacation, and I was like, it was a really not great family vacation. The place we went to was just terrible. So I just read the book the whole time. Like, I had no interest in the book, but it was better than doing literally anything else on this trip.
Oh, look at these slugs. You happy slugs.
So then the vacation ended, and I was like, God, leave me alone. At the end of the vacation, I was like, well, don't need to read this book anymore. Oh, yeah, these slugs.
Drop bombs?
Yeah, they lay bombs.
They poop the bomb.
They poop bombs.
And they get the green bombs. Jealous.
Yeah, right? Where do they get off?
Using them green bombs.
Are you... God... Fuck!
Where do you go? What are you to do? Pushing that doesn't... What?
Look at these dicks.
Where did those come from? Are there Medusas that I wasn't paying attention?
It's just the torches.
Okay.
The big sconces just shoot lasers.
They just shoot lasers just because.
Yeah, because they're dicks.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Why not add another thing that shoots lasers? Ow. Hey, got your first key?
Get my first key.
Sweet.
I got my first key.
Got my first key.
Look out. First key.
I read the first Harry Potter. And then I didn't really keep up with it much, but then eventually I binged all of the audiobooks.
Sure.
And then when and then I got hooked on it, and when the last one came out, I read that in within like a couple days. So like super excited about it. Yeah, I was into Harry Potter, but I was on the YouTubes today and saw a couple things about like there was a quote unquote 8th book, and it was just like it was called Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
What?
It wasn't even written by J.K. Rowling, and it was written for a stage play so it's not a novel. It was like they released it kind of as a novel, and they marketed it as the 8th Harry Potter book, even though it's not. Nobody really considers it to be that. And like I'd heard some things about it, and like that it wasn't super great. And so like I mostly just ignored it. But today I saw a little like synopsis on it, and it was like, yeah, that doesn't sound good. Like it doesn't sound like a good Harry Potter story.
So what is it? What
I mean,
is supposed to happen?
Well, because like, do you know the story, like the whole story?
Yeah. I watched all the movies.
Watched all the movies. Okay, so like. The very end of the last movie, they sort of do like the 9 years later bullshit, or whatever, or however many years it is, 19 or something.
And Harry's like what's Auror?
Yeah. He's basically he's a the magic equivalent,
Magic cop.
A magic cop. Yeah, he's the magical equivalent of like FBI, because like they're part of the ministry.
I wish it was like that, like a kick in a door, and they're like, Magic FBI!
Magic FBI! Everyone put your wands down! Put your wands down!
Yeah, they do like a...
Shut that elf up! Shut that elf up!
That's what I want so bad. That's what I want, just in the worst way.
Well, the thing is like, that's kind of like that's what Harry Potter's supposed to be, and like, they don't really play that up at all.
Oh.
It's very, it seems like I haven't seen the play or read the script or whatever, so I don't know for sure, but it just doesn't sound super great. Because like, yeah, so at the end of the movie, it takes place basically right after that moment on the train platform at the very end of that last movie.
Mm-hmm. When he drops his
kid off.
Okay.
And the kid goes to his first year of Hogwarts.
Here you go be a wizard.
And it's like, and like the little bit at the end is like, little bit at the end is like, what if I'm in Slytherin? And it's like, he's like, hey, I know, I knew a good guy in Slytherin. It's all cool. No worries. We're not going to judge you. And the whole Sorting Hat wanted to put me in Slytherin, but I said, no way, man. I want Gryffindor. And he was like, all right, Gryffindor. So
here's a school where I almost died countless times. Have a blast.
Have a blast.
I'm only a phone call away.
So like the first like act of the play is like a very small bit of every year. Like it doesn't even go through like a whole year of the kid's school. Mm-hmm. Like it just kind of like skips over part like the whole year. It's like year 1. Don't worry, we'll love you even if you get into Slytherin, and like surprise, the kid goes into Slytherin. Oh, gasp. And he becomes like buddy with like Malfoy's kid or something. And then
he just has the worst hair.
But like he basically doesn't have a good time. He hates going to school. He's not really good at anything, and he's like following it like because he's in the shadow of his father, who's like basically the most famous wizard at the time. But it basically turns into like a time traveling like story.
Oh.
Yeah, they go really heavy on the time travel. Like
paradoxes and
yeah.
Okay.
Like
cool.
It's
what is it?
You can't no. What is that for? Well, it's time travel for the sake of nostalgia and cameos, like there's like the time turner things in the 3rd book. They use a time turner, the thing that Hermione uses to like so that she can take multiple classes at the same time.
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Yeah, that's what you're trying to think of.
Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Like they there's like these time altering magical devices that they just loan to children so that they can take classes and shit.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
all right,
but like supposedly they're all destroyed at one point in like the fifth book, and maybe they're destroyed before that. They're all destroyed, but then they find the last one in this Cursed Child book, and it's just completely abused as far as like, I don't know. It was just very like, I don't like, why, who don't do time travel. I don't like, time travel never works really well. Like something always doesn't make sense, or like there's always going to be like the whole paradox thing. I don't know. I feel like like using time travel in storytelling can be very problematic.
I love using time travel.
It's neat.
However, taking a world that's like cultivated so much more, and kind of making that like your crutch of your story is kind of
right. Sure,
it's kind of.
Yeah, like I'm not really saying that time travel can't be fun in storytelling. It can be like, I don't know. It can make stuff seem less significant, I guess.
Yeah, like because you've got this whole world with magic. We don't really give a shit about time travel.
Right.
We got magic. We got all this other magic shit to explore.
When you introduce time travel, you basically introduce a solution to every problem, and the solution to that is just make it so time travel always backfires. And so if it's always going to backfire, then you should never, don't ever use it. I don't know, but like the whole and like the whole thing where it was like, it's written to be a play, so like, but it was marketed as another book. Like that's a whole problem in itself. Because like people were buying this thing expecting, oh sweet, it's the new Harry Potter book. Like she made another one, but it wasn't written by her directly, and it wasn't written as a novel. It was just like a play.
Yeah, that's wait a minute.
Are you gonna fall down there?
I thought so.
Nice.
All right, time to finish this dungeon.
Well, you're already?
Well, this is a different room. Oh wait, no, this is right. All right, but if we just
you gotta get the big chest.
Yeah. There is, speaking of time travel and not putting it in places where it shouldn't be.
Right.
There is a series on the old flicks.
On the old flicks?
The old Netflix.
Uh-huh.
It's called The Dark.
The Dark.
The Dark.
The Dark.
The Dark was a German...
Yeah.
Fuck you. A German Netflix series.
Okay.
So the entire thing is in German, so you either have to watch it with subtitles or dubbed over, which I didn't care.
You didn't care or didn't care for?
It didn't bother me.
Okay.
I watched it dubbed, and I was happy because I didn't feel like reading.
Sure.
So, from what I remember, because it was like last Halloween we watched it. This was like a year ago. Some high schoolers.
Uh-huh.
And they go out in the woods, and they're hanging out. And then, like, they're near, like, a power plant. That's, like, how the city is, like, thriving. Is because there's, like, a power plant that's, like, supporting the whole city. You know, giving everybody jobs and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
So, like, this big, like, earthquake, oh god, we're in the woods and it's the middle of the night and everything is going wrong, and there's, like... Oh, let me backtrack. It starts off and a kid's dad commits suicide.
Oh.
Which is sad. So, they're like, there's this big like quake going on in the middle of the woods, and then the one kid's dad shows up, and they realize like, whoa, that's not normal. And everyone else is like, I concur, and this is not normal.
I do concur.
So then when they run, as you do, little brother goes missing. Someone's little brother goes missing. And then little brother wakes up 30 years in the past.
Huh. Did he get hit by a weeping angel?
Well, you're just going to have to watch the show and find out. Because it is a great show. They do a lot with like kind of setting up like these time paradoxes and like these self-fulfilling prophecies of like, if you go back in time and then like you mess something up, was it destined that you were supposed to go back in time and mess something up?
Right. You know? Yeah. It's like in
Futurama, when Fry goes back in time and has sex with his own grandma, so he becomes his own grandpa. Like, now is that destined or
right? Like, was he always his own grandpa?
Right.
Or
So like this show does a lot of that, and they do it so well. My God, is it good?
What the heck? Oh yeah, you can create a block.
Create a block.
That's pretty sweet. It's like Bill and Ted. Whenever they're in a bind, they're like, all right, when this is over, remember we got to go back in time and set up this thing so that we can, save ourselves now. It's like trash can. Remember a trash can, and then like the trash can falls on the dad's head. So it's like, wait a minute.
I loved those movies are so good.
So you're getting out of trouble by basically saying that like after you've gotten in trouble, you go back in time and set it up so you don't get in trouble. But what if the trouble is something that prevents you from ever going back in time? But they just sort of go like, whatever.
It's so good.
Yeah, Bill and Ted's great.
You know what? We're just gonna go for it. Here we go, going for it.
Oh man.
Damn it! God. Well, I should have saw that coming.
Okay, we'll figure out where we're going then next time.